I look good. I feel good. What's up, Rocha?
What up, Josh? Bro, loving the hat, dude.
Oh, thank you, man. You want to know why I'm feeling so damn good right now?
Why?
Because the Bears got the dub last week. No mood watching party for me. I've been dub partying for days. Watch out now. How about you, Roach? How you feeling?
I'm doing all right. We lost again. We've been there 2 out of 3 weeks, but hey, you know what? It's not as bad as a certain team up there. Oh, the Raiders. They're 0-3. They've been moonwatching all 3 weeks.
Yo, that's right. Raiders fans, y'all been moonwatching 3 straight weeks? That's tough. Hey, look, I thought y'all were going to win last week, but oh well. Tennessee Titans got it done. But what a week it was, Rocha, in week number 3. Every single week's been absolutely crazy. How about the Jacksonville Jaguars beating down the Chargers on their home turf?
Dude, you guys know I picked him for my eliminated pick last week. Lucky enough, I texted this dude. I said, I'm changing to the Bears. Glad I did because Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, man, shutting out the haters. They were brilliant.
And then that Bills-Dolphins game?
Bro, we got the first ever butt punt, Josh.
Butt punt. It was incredible. That game was intense. Came down to the end. Dolphins are undefeated. I can't wait for their second matchup on the season. But, man, there's been some injuries, too, this past week.
Yeah, man. So people like Rashawn Slater out for the year.
Sucks.
You know, Sterling Shepard's out for the year. DeAndre Swift's lost for a while. And Mac Jones out for the Patriots for a while, man.
It was really tough seeing those Mac Jones clips on Twitter after he got hurt and he was being helped off the field into the locker room. Condolences to Mac Jones. Hopefully he recovers, as fast as possible. And to the Patriots fans, that was really tough to see happen.
So bad to see, man.
Yep. But hey, listen, the pick'em, how'd you do?
I did pretty good. 10-6 this week, over 500.
10-6. You hit the damn double digits.
Yes, sir.
Me, I went 9-7 yet again. Okay, you got that Bills game right? You got that over me. That was pretty cool. But I got that Cowboys game.
You did, man. That was a close game, but you got that over me.
How about them Cowboys, too? They looked pretty impressive last week.
Bro, I'm loving me some Cooper Rush. He's great.
All right, so you got 10 games correct. I got 9. How about we shout out the top 10 performers from week 3 in our pigskin picking group? You got that, Roach?
I got it. Y'all ready?
Yeah,
Here
go
we
ahead.
Go. First this week, coming in number 1 is Jose with 13 picks right.
13?
13.
Jesus.
Next up, we got John Cena, smiley face, pick 1s with also 13 picks correct.
You said John Cena?
John Cena.
We can't see his picks, so move on. His doesn't count.
That's tough.
Can't see him.
Can't see me. Next up, Cooper's nice looking picks. I guess they look pretty nice this week because you came in third, Cooper.
Okay, Cooper.
Next up, Poached Egg Taylor, JB Taylor.
JB Taylor. Okay, so your Colts not only got the win over the Chiefs, which is another big game, but hey, you made the top 10. Congrats.
Congrats, man. Next up, we got Flashy Devi with 12 picks right. And after that, ladies and gentlemen, it is Hefe Express, our boy Rogelio. Congrats, Rogelio. So happy for you, man. Good shit with 11 picks right. Samoan Charger right behind him with 11 as well. And probably my favorite name to announce right now, Big Daddy Booty with 11 picks.
Okay.
The Big
Scott
Daddy
Steiner.
Booty. Yeah, for real, man. Coming in 9th this week is IVM with 11 as well. And Josh, rounding up our top 10 is, I think you like this name, Fields Dago picks 1 with 11 as well.
All right. I mean, to those people who got 13 picks last week, what are you guys using, some blood magic? What the hell's going on over there?
Real,
All
man.
right. Well, congratulations to you guys for being our top 10 performers in week 3. And now, Rocha, we're going to shout out our top 10 overall performers through 3 weeks. Right. Coming in at number 1 is Flashy Devi. Number 2, My Ballsack Hurts. Number 3, Cooper's nice looking picks. Number 4 is Sammy Jonas's picks with 300 points. Number 5
is ESPN fan 528400476.
Number 6 is Mixing Hands with Women, who I believe is Mike Nixon. Number 7 is Super Users Picks 3. Number 8, William.
Hey, simple name. I love it.
William. Number 9 is Sean Leroy. Yo, Leroy, who's the master? Josh, you. Number 10, Xavier. And that's our top 10 performers overall on the season thus far.
Congrats.
But Rocha, I'm ready to talk week 4, dude. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Put those 4s up in the chat in the comments, baby. Let's go.
Are y'all ready? Let us know by hitting that like button on the premiere or if you're watching on the replay. And now, it's time for Daaa Picks for week number 4. And we're going to start off on Thursday Night Football. And man, we have a potential great game here, Roach. We're going to be live streaming this game, so come hang out. The Bengals taking on the Miami Dolphins. Both are coming off of a win.
Yep.
Bengals got their first win against the Jets last week, and the Dolphins took care of business against the Bills. But, Roach, what do we need to know about the injuries heading into this game? Rocha Glazer.
All right. So, with Tua, we all know about his situation of him being wobbly. It is a back injury. We'll see if he's good to go. He's very questionable at this point, but I think I expect him to play. Jalen Waddle, as of today, was limited with a groin injury, so he's obviously questionable. And cornerback Xavier Howard is also questionable. For the Bengals, Josh, they lost probably maybe the best defensive player to IR for 4 weeks, and that's DJ Reader with a knee injury.
Aye.
That sucks.
Okay.
And they're going to might potentially lose a piece in the offensive line. Lyleo Collins did not practice as of today. He's questionable with a back injury.
All right. Well, Roach, who do you got and why?
Bro, Josh, I'm looking forward to this. Tua versus Joe Burrow. 2 quarterbacks who I'm very big fans of. This is going to be a slobber knocker. It's going to be a fun game. And I'm going to go with, give me the Miami Dolphins. I'm riding the Mike McDaniels hype train, the Tua hype train, Josh. I'm going Dolphins. They look great, and I think they'll look good again.
Okay, so it's a short week, right? Mm-hmm. The Miami Dolphins are going into the jungle, baby! And I think the Bengals are looking to try to gain some traction. And mind you, in this game, they're going to be debuting their white tiger look. With the white helmets and the black stripes, with the white jerseys and black stripes. That's going to look sick on television.
I can't wait.
I can't wait for this. Also, the Eli Apple versus Tyreek Hill. They've been talking shit. Well, Tyreek Hill was talking a lot of crap.
Yep.
But when I look at the Miami Dolphins on this short week, I look at their defense, and I find something interesting, man. They are the second worst defense in yards allowed right now.
Wow.
Total. They are also the second worst in passing yards allowed. 13th worst in rush yards allowed. So you can run on them and you can pass on them. Mm-hmm. These are 2 really good quarterbacks, Tua, Joe Burrow, and they have some high-flying weapons at their disposal. But you know what, man? I think this might be a little bit of a trap game for the Miami Dolphins on the road on a short week. Tua dealing with that back issue. Mm-hmm. The Bengals get the dub here at home and get their second win on the season. I'm going with the upset. Give me the Bengals.
I like it, man. Hey, maybe those jerseys bring them some luck.
You know what? I think Jamar Chase, who hasn't had that great of a game since week 1, I think he bounces back big here. Because, again, you can throw on this Miami Dolphins team. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be enough. White Tiger look is going to get the dub.
I like it. Let's go.
All right. To London we go. Rocha, are you a tea drinker?
I am not. I actually hate tea.
Well, then you're not going to fit in London. In fact, they might actually beat your ass.
Oh,
but we're in London because the Saints are taking on the Vikings. This is the first London game of the season.
Yep.
Injury report.
So, Dalvin Cook is the most biggest question in this game. Now, he's day-to-day, Josh, with that shoulder injury, but the Vikings want to wrap it up in a harness and have him play. So, as of this moment, it looks like he will play, but we'll see as the week goes. And good news also for the Minnesota Vikings. Harrison Smith, who missed last week with a concussion, is out of protocols. He's back this week. A big part of the secondary. For the Saints, Taysom Hill, their quarterback, tight end, running back, he missed last week's game with a rib injury. He will be questionable. But a big potential loss, Andres Pete, their good-ass offensive lineman guard, is in concussion protocol, so he might not play. And as far as Jarvis Landry and Michael Thomas goes, both have foot injuries. They are both expected to play.
Okay. Also, I heard the Minnesota Vikings are not going to leave to London until, like, Thursday and get there Friday. And the Saints, they left as soon as the game was over. Like, they're already there. They got in on Monday, so they're already prepared. Whereas the Vikings are going to get there pretty damn late. So, interesting choice. I remember when my Chicago Bears got there really late, too, and we just looked very lethargic.
Yeah.
But, anyway, who you got?
Yeah, so this should be a fun one. Although, Josh, what Jameis are we going to get? We're going to get the 300-yard, 3-touchdown Jameis, or we're going to get the 200-yard, 3-pick Jameis, man?
He had 353 yards last week, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, and a fumble, and got sacked once. 2 fumbles, actually.
And that loss to the Panthers, man. I'm going to go the better offense, in my opinion, right now. I'm going to go the Minnesota Vikings, Josh, to win this game. I just think they are the more consistent offense. They're going to get better now on defense with Harrison Smith. Jameis, like I just said, we don't know what we're going to get with him. Give me the Minnesota Vikings.
This could be really interesting because both teams, they're bad against the pass. Yeah. The Vikings are 4th worst against the pass. The Saints are 5th worst. Yeah. And hey, Olave looking pretty damn nice so far. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to trust Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson and Kevin Connell's offense to get the job done because I just can't trust Jameis Winston. So give him the Vikings to get this dub in London. Back in the States, in the A, Atlanta, where the Falcons are hosting the Cleveland Browns. Falcons, they got their first dub of the year last week against the Seahawks. We called that one. Mm-hmm. And the Cleveland Browns are now 2-1. They're coming off of a win against the Pittsburgh Steelers last week on Thursday Night Football. Injury report. Rocha Glazer.
Myles Garrett, Josh, who got in a single car accident on Monday. They got everybody's all right, him and the girl he was with. So he's got what they're calling a shoulder sprain and also a sprained bicep or strained bicep. Yeah. So he's questionable. We have no idea on his status. Jadeveon Clowney, who has not played in a few weeks, he's also questionable with ankle injury. And JOK is also questionable with a quad injury. The Falcons are looking good injury-wise going into this game.
All right. I'm looking at this game right here, and I'm seeing 2 of some of the best rushers in the league right now. The league leading rusher, Nick Chubb, 341 yards. Cordell Patterson, he has 302 yards.
Wow.
These dudes are absolutely grounding and pounding. And then last week, what I saw from the Atlanta Falcons, finally they got Kyle Pitts going. He had, 5 receptions for 87 yards. He had the most targets on the team. Well, look at you, Arthur Smith. You throw it to Kyle Pitts, you get something going with him as well as Drake London, and you got a dub. It's funny how that works, right?
Absolutely funny how it works. You've been talking about it, Josh. Get him involved, and they finally do.
But who do you have?
Yeah, so the Falcons did come up there winning against Seattle. Seattle's not a good team. And Josh, the one person who might be impressing me the most this season so far is Jacoby Brissett. He's been so solid, so calm, cool, and collected.
With Amari Cooper. He's got a great connection with him right now.
Yes, man. I was just about to say that. Cooper's going off, and I don't see why that's going to change in this game. As much as the Falcons' offense has looked pretty decent this year, they're facing a really good defense, and I think the Falcons get shut down, and I think the Cleveland Browns go to 3-1.
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns as well. They're operating very efficiently on offense, through the ground, through the air. I'm loving it. They're going to be more consistent of a team. Yeah, I'm taking the Browns on the road.
Dog pound.
Let's head to Jerry's world, where the Cowboys are back at home. How about them Cowboys, Roach?
How about them Cowboys? Great win over the Giants.
Yeah, that was a great win last week. I called that one over their division rival, and now they're facing another NFC East division rival with the Washington Commanders. Not so hot for them last week. They got smothered by the Eagles' defense. They could hardly get anything going. And it's not going to be all that prettier when they're going against the Dallas Cowboys defense this week. But what's the injury report looking like?
So the injury report for the Commanders, good thing, no new injuries report for them. But for the Dallas Cowboys, guard Connor McGarvin, safety Jerron Curse, obviously Dalton Schultz, Michael Gallup, they're all questionable in this game. But we'll see if they play as of today. And Dak Prescott, a little bit of update on him, Josh. Not going to play this week, but he could be back next week against the Rams.
And honestly, you know what? They don't need to rush him back because they have Cooper Rush, who has been more than serviceable for them. He was impressive last week. He got really going with CeeDee Lamb. He was doing a damn good job. Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott, that ground game was a huge boost as well. Zeke was looking pretty damn good on some of those carries.
Love it.
But the defense, like I said, this defense is just so ridiculous, man. DeMarcus Lawrence, D-Law, came back with the fury last week with 3 sacks.
3 of them, man. He looked great.
Dorrance Armstrong, he had a sack as well. That's 3 for him on the season. Michael Parsons had a quiet week last week. He was being held a whole lot in that game. You don't think he's going to come back pissed the hell off against a Washington Commanders offensive line that allowed Carson Wentz to get sacked 9 times last week? 9 times.
That's brutal, man.
And then let's give some love to Donovan Wilson, the Cowboys safety, who had 9 tackles, a sack himself, and 2 quarterback hits. This dude's been really impressive as well.
Yes, sir.
You know what, Roach? I'm going to, as far as sacks go, I'm going to set the over-under on the amount of times Carson Wentz gets sacked in this game at 5. Ooh. Would you guys take the over or the under on that?
I'm going to take the over, man. I think you could see Dallas get close to the Eagles with the 9 sacks.
I'm going to say 7 sacks in this game.
Okay.
7. Is Charles Leno Jr. still over there? Yeah, he is. Yep. I'm sorry, my guy, former Chicago Bears, but he's going to get tore the hell up. Good luck with DeMarcus Lawrence and Michael Parsons all over your ass. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys in this one.
Yeah, man. There's going to be no difference between them facing the Cowboys and the Eagles defense. Carson Wentz, sorry, man. You're going to get smothered all over the place. Give me them boys.
Okay. To Detroit, or as you said, Detroit, Wax City. The Lions hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Both teams coming off of a loss. The Falcons taking care of business in Seattle, and Detroit losing on the road to the Minnesota Vikings. And, dude, I thought the Lions were going to win at some point.
Yeah, they were looking really good, but then KJ Osborne had other ideas with that game-winning touchdown.
I mean, that was typical Lions fashion to lose that game. We saw that a lot last year where they were leading and then they blew it towards the end. Yep. Now, what's the injury looking like for this game?
So, for the Seahawks, no really injuries report for them. But the biggest issue, we said it earlier, DeAndre Swift, Josh, is out until the bye week with a sprained shoulder. That is a huge loss, man. They also lost starting safety Tracy Walker with a torn Achilles for the year. Now, Amon-Ra St. Brown did pick up an injury during the game. He was able to return to the game, but he did go under test, and right now his status is uncertain at this very moment.
Okay. That sucks, hearing about DeAndre Swift. But Jamal Williams is an absolute beast himself.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions here at home. You know, looking at them, dude, they're averaging 31 points per game.
God.
They're second in scoring in the league, the Detroit Lions. The Seahawks are a bottom 4 scoring team. They don't have enough firepower. I mean, Geno Smith is not horrible, but he's not spectacular either. Yeah. I mean, they could probably get something going against this Lions defense because they're giving up a lot of yards. Well, both teams are over 400 yards per game. Ooh. But the Lions know how to put up points. They give up a lot of points too, but it'll be more than enough. Give me Detroit.
Yeah, look for Jamal Williams to have potentially another 2-touchdown game like he did last week. Seattle's rush defense is terrible. Jeff Wilson, Cordell Patterson roughed them up. I'm gearing with Detroit on this game And let's go Lions, baby. Beat those Seahawks.
To the Nap Town, where the Indianapolis Colts are coming off of a hot win versus the Kansas City Chiefs. And damn it, I knew that was going to happen. The Colts and Chiefs games are always funky as hell, dude.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, they cost everybody an eliminator when it was Jacoby Brissett against Patrick Mahomes, and the Colts won.
And the Tennessee Titans, they got their first win on the season last week against the Las Vegas Raiders. What do we need to know about the injuries?
So for the injury report, Shaq Leonard, who had a really good week of practice last week but didn't play, looks just to finally make his season debut this week. So that is huge. Stephon Gilmore, though, is down right now. He's questionable with a hamstring injury. For the Titans, Bud Dupree, the linebacker, is questionable with a hip injury.
All right. Hey, Derrick Henry, last week, finally got going. The King has returned. And Robert Woods looked pretty fine, too, for the Tennessee Titans. But then again, who isn't looking great against a defense of the Las Vegas Raiders thus far this season?
Yes.
Who do you have winning?
Yeah, so this should be a fun one, guys. I just like saying this Colts record. 1-1-1. Can they just stay 1-1 the whole season? But this should be a fun back and forth battle. Look for Jonathan Taylor and Derrick Henry to do it, to go battle each other. But with that being said, Naptown got in a row last week, and Josh, they continue it this week. I think at home, and a very close, low-scoring battle, the Colts take it.
If the Titans are going to want to try to get a dub here, one of the key battles that they're going to have to try to win is in the trenches. Try to get to Matt Ryan.
Yep.
That dude has been sacked 10 times over the last 2 weeks.
Jeez.
And try to force him to make some terrible mistakes, which is not really that hard to do, right? Mm-hmm. And, of course, establish the run with Derrick Henry. Now, that's easier said than done because Henry is going up against the third-best rush defense in the league. Meanwhile, on the flip side of things, Jonathan Taylor, he's going up against the fourth-worst rush defense in the league. So Taylor should have a damn good game. Mm-hmm. Also, the Tennessee Titans gave up a whole lot of yards through the air as well, 270 yards per game. So this could be a game that Matt Ryan could do some good things with Alec Pierce, the rookie, who's been looking good, as well as Pittman. I'll go Indy to win this one.
Okay, Naptown, where you at?
To MetLife Stadium, where the New York Football Giants, coming off of a loss, are hosting the Bears, coming off of a dub versus the Houston Texans. Now, Rocha, last week's win was a little bittersweet. David Montgomery, he had to leave the game with an injury. Pringle had to leave a game with the injury as well. So that brings me to the status report on the injuries in this one.
Yeah, so for David Montgomery, right now he's considered day to day. So we'll see how he progresses throughout the week before Sunday. For Jalen Johnson, Josh, who missed last week's game, he's questionable with a card injury. And like you mentioned, Brian Pringle went on IR with a calf injury. Yeah,
that's tough. And what about the Giants?
So for the Giants, on that last play of the game, we saw Sterling Shepard go down. He's out for the year, the torn ACL.
That sucks.
And wide receivers, Kadarius Toney and rookie receiver Wardell Robinson are both doubtful, along with Leonard Williams, who is questionable.
There might not be a whole lot of passing in this game. My goodness. A lot of defense and ground and pounding from either team. Yes, because who do the Giants have at wide receiver right now? They're down to, what, Kenny Galladay?
He's a bum.
He's a trash can with cleats. Mm-hmm. He is a bum. Mm-hmm. Now, to be fair, it's not looking that much prettier for the Chicago Bears either. Justin Fields last week was awful. And we can't exactly blame the offensive line or the wide receivers a whole lot here because there were times in that game he had a clean pocket. He had time to throw, and he had wide receivers getting separation, getting open, and he just missed them or didn't see them at all. And that was really frustrating to see because that was a game that he really needed to get going. And the coaches, I feel like because of the play calling, just seeing that, they're not really trusting him, and he's not really trusting himself. Now, he took full responsibility in the post-game press conference, and I hope that leads to a motivated Justin Fields against a Giants team that you can throw the ball on. Darnell Mooney, last week he had 6 targets but 23 yards. At least he got targeted a bit.
Yeah.
Cole Kmet finally getting some catches, 2 receptions for 40 yards. That's a decent sign.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, David Montgomery, even if he's going into this game, not a full go, he's not 100%, that's fine. Khalil Herbert, he took over 157 yards and 2 touchdowns.
What a beast.
For the Giants, they're going to be trying to ground and pound against us with Saquon Barkley. Mm-hmm. He's going to be their main weapon, and we're just going to have to focus on Barkley. Because if we could take out Barkley or at least contain him somewhat, hey, force Danny Dimes to try to beat us. Now, keep this in mind, Roach. Saquon Barkley, we've been facing him every single year since he came into this league.
Wow.
We've been facing the Giants every year since 2018. And Barkley has never scored on us.
That's crazy to think about.
Let me give you a little history lesson. 2021, last year, 102 yards, no score, they lost. 2020, only 28 yards, but that was the game that he got hurt. So can't blame him there. 2019, 59 yards on the ground, 2 receptions for 1 yard, loss. But in 2018, he had 125 yards, 3 receptions for 21 yards. They're going to need to give him the ball through the air a little bit more than that. But still, no score. And that was actually the last time they did beat us. The last time the Giants beat us was in New York back in 2018. It went to overtime.
Ooh, okay.
Roach, I'm going to take the Bears to win this game. And I'm going to hope it's going to be because Justin Fields is going to really start getting going and just look better. I'm not saying great, but better. Because that could just be enough to get us the win.
Yeah. This is going to be a fun one, man. 2 teams we maybe didn't expect to be 2-1 at this point through 3 games.
Don't expect any high scoring. There's not going to be high scoring at all. Neither team averages more than 20 points per game.
Oof. God damn.
But and also neither team allows more than 20 points per game on average. So
wow.
It's going to be low scoring. Brutal game.
Okay, I think we will see a touchdown from Barkley, the first score ever against the Bears. And I also think we'll see a touchdown from either Khalil Herbert or David Montgomery. Otherwise, it's going to be a field goal battle. It's going to come down to who is going to play better. Justin Fields or Danny Dimes. And Josh, give me my turn here. The Bears to go into New York and beat the Giants.
All right. I knew you were a good guy. What about you guys? You taking the Giants? Or are you taking the Bears? Let me know. Bears fans, bear down in the chat, baby. Let's go, Chicago. Let's go. Now to Philadelphia, where the undefeated Eagles are 6.5 favorites versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 2-1 now, coming off of that beatdown win versus the Chargers.
Dude, man, a beatdown's an understatement, man. Duval County, stand up. But you know what? James Robinson's looking great. And Josh, Trevor motherfucking Lawrence, is he finally breaking out?
Breaking out is correct. In the last 2 games, Trevor Lawrence has a combined 497 yards passing, 5 tutties, and 0 interceptions. That connection he has with Christian Kirk is too legit to quit.
Yeah, man. I mean, you pay Christian Kirk all that money, you have to get the ball to him, and I'm loving it.
You know, we didn't have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning a whole lot of games prior to the season starting. And some Jags fans have been saying, we're proving you guys wrong, huh? Look at us now. Look at us now. We're paying attention. This young team is really coming together real nice. And you definitely get a lot of attention when you beat down a team on the road like the Los Angeles Chargers. Absolutely. 6.5 favorites, though, I feel like that's a little bit much considering Jacksonville Jaguars, they're very disciplined. Thanks to Doug Peterson, who is coming into a revenge game.
Yeah, he's got these guys playing great, man, and I'm excited to see how Doug Peterson is going to play calls against his former team.
Look at their defense of the Jacksonville Jaguars. We know the Eagles' defense is really damn good, but Jags have only allowed 10 points in the last 2 games combined.
Wow.
They've been playing damn good. They're number 1 against the rush, only 55 yards a game. So if you have Miles Sanders in fantasy, I wouldn't start him.
Same.
But you know what's really interesting about the Philadelphia Eagles too, as far as their offense? By the way, Jalen Hurts still looking amazing.
Money.
But this offense, it doesn't want to score in the second half. They haven't scored any points in the second half of the last two games. No points
hell?
in the second half in the last two games. And they have not scored any points in the fourth quarter in any game so far this season.
And they're undefeated. That just shows Josh how damn good they are. They don't have to score to win.
Last week, they only scored in the second quarter. That's it.
What? Bro, and they destroyed the Washington Commanders,
But
man.
they're going to have to come better than that versus this Jaguars team that's tough, they're gritty, and they don't lay down and die for nobody, even on the road. That was impressive. Again, to get that win on the road, they're going into a hostile environment here.
Yep.
Who you got?
Man, this should be a fun one. Josh, I'm going to roll with the Eagles because they are the better team, and I think they can stop James Robinson and Trevor Lawrence. But you know what? I'm going to go Eagles, but give me Jacksonville -6. I think it'll be a closer game than that.
I agree. I'll take the Eagles. Straight up pick. But against the spread, I'll take the Jaguars. To Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where the Steelers are 3.5 favorites over the Jets. Both teams coming off of a loss. Rocha, I need to know the injury status on this game. Joe Flacco, is he going to be the quarterback, or is Zach Wilson coming back?
It looks like, Josh, Zach Wilson should be making his season debut for the Jets. So, as much as Joe Flacco has done all right filling in, Jets fans, you guys are getting your young talented quarterback back. But they did lose another offensive tackle in this game, last game, I should say. George Fant went to the IR with a knee injury, so now they're dying Mikael Becton, George Fant. For the Steelers, they could have a huge loss in this game. As of this moment, Minka Fitzpatrick left last game with a concussion. He is in protocols. They could also be down former Niner Akello Witherspoon, who's questionable for this game with a hamstring injury.
All right. Thank you, Rocha Glazer. In this one, I will be taking the Jets. Whether it's Zach Wilson or Joe Flacco, I will be taking the Jets for this simple thing. The Steelers are not consistent. They're not efficient. Trubisky, when does he get pulled? It's got to be really soon now, right? It might be this game, after this game, if they lose. They're not looking great with Trubisky, and Najee Harris, he's averaging 3.2 yards per carry this season.
Ugh.
The Jets, they run at a better efficiency with Hall, with Michael Carter. They have weapons over there, and their defense is also been performing better. I'm taking the Jets. They've been showing me more efficiency. Even here on the road, I'll take the Jets.
Yeah, man, I've been loving me some Sauce Gardner, man. He's been balling out. Robert Saleh's got that team playing, maybe better than what their record looks like right now at 1-2. This should be a fun game, but I'm going with the Jets, Jets with the upset, baby. Zach Wilson coming back, like Josh said, with those weapons, with Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore and Corey Davis. Give me the Jets, baby. Let's go.
We just both took the Jets.
Oh.
We don't pick the Jets very often.
No, we don't.
In any year in pick'em. All right. We're picking the fucking Jets. The goddamn Jets. Let's go.
Don't let us down.
To Baltimore, where the Ravens, coming off of a win versus the New England Patriots, are hosting the Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills,
who are coming off of a loss to the Miami Dolphins. And wouldn't you know it, Roach? These two teams, their only loss this year, for both of them, are the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, that's right. That just shows how damn good Miami is this year, man.
Yeah, Miami winning that gritty game last week versus the Buffalo Bills, who shot themselves in the foot a whole lot. Dude, if you look at that box score last week versus Miami, you would think the Buffalo Bills would have won that game. Check this out, all right? Last week, Bills, 400 yards passing versus Miami's 186 yards. 115 yards on the ground versus 41 yards on the ground for Miami.
Right.
They had 90 plays versus Miami's 34 plays.
Whoa.
Buffalo Bills had 31 first downs versus Miami's 15 first downs. And they only had one turnover. How do you lose that game?
I don't understand that. I mean, they dominated in every fashion. I don't know how they lost that.
But they did. So now here goes these two teams. Some of the highest scoring teams in the league. What's the injury report here?
All right, you guys ready for this? It's kind of long here. Ed Oliver, Jordan Phillips, Jordan Poyer are all unclear for this game on Sunday, but all three are improving and have a chance to play. Center Mitch Morse for the Buffalo Bills is also questionable, and the Bills lost another secondary piece last game. Rookie quarterback Christian Benford out with a broken hand. For the Ravens, Ronnie Stanley remains questionable to make his season debut, Josh. Justin Houston left last game with a groin injury. He's questionable. And also, nose tackle Michael Pierce is also questionable.
All right. Thank you for that report. I'm going to take the Buffalo Bills on the road here. Okay? The Baltimore Ravens, they can score a lot of points like Buffalo, but their defense is the worst in the NFL in total yards allowed. Almost 500 yards per game. 471 to be exact. 366 of those yards are through the air.
Wow.
Josh Allen is going to carve them up with Stephon Diggs, Knox, everybody is going to get some love against that defense. And the Buffalo Bills defense is still damn good. Only 57 yards they allow rushing per game. So they're going to try to contain Lamar Jackson as best they can. Dobbins, is he playing?
Yes, Dobbins would be good to go for this game.
All right. This is a tough matchup for Dobbins. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. Solid defense. You saw what they did last week. Even with a lot of guys out on their defense, they still had a chance to win that game on the road versus a tough Miami team. Yeah, I'm going to go Buffalo.
Man, this was a tough choice for me because as much as you guys know, I think Buffalo's the best team in the NFL. Those injuries are terrible. But like Josh said, they are allowed just over 100 yards, and they aired to Tua last week. So with that being said, Josh, you know I got to do it. I'm going with the Buffalo Bills. Like he said, the Ravens are the worst defense in the NFL in total yards allowed. Josh Allen, let me see Stephon Diggs go off for 200 yards and 4 tutties. Give me the Buffalo Bills. They are going to win this game.
The Houston Texans are back at home, and they are hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Both of them are coming off of a loss, but at least the Houston Texans are coming off of a respectable loss.
Yep.
They were in that game last week against my Chicago Bears. Came down to the wire. They've been in every single game so far. Can't say the same about the Los Angeles Chargers. They got beaten down by the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I mean, that was a beatdown, man. And, you know, they lost a lot of players in that game. Maybe that had something to do with it, but they look terrible.
And let's talk about the injuries, man. What's the injury report?
Yeah, Charger fans, you might want to plug your ears here real quick. For the Chargers, Josh, first of all, Jalen Guyan, wide receiver, out for the season with a torn ACL. One of the best young, talented tackles in the league was Sean Slater, out for the year with a torn bicep. And also, he's not out for the year, but he's going to be out for a while. Joey Bosa, out with a significant groin injury. And J.C. Jackson, inflammation in that repaired ankle. He is questionable. But, Josh, if you want to say one good thing, they should be getting Keenan Allen back. For the Texans, it's a clean sheet.
Okay. Now, the Chargers have lost 2 straight. I know it's only week 4, but I got to feel like this is a must-win for the Chargers. They can't trail behind too much. Being at 1-2 and going to 1-3, I feel like this is a must-win for them. But who you got?
Yeah, so a must-win is right. Despite all the injuries, ladies and gentlemen, sound the alerts, Josh. This is my eliminator pick of the week. Yes, I know I went them last week. If you guys don't know, I did change my pick to Chicago, who won. But I'm sticking with it. The Chargers, they need a win desperately here, man. Justin Herbert, you know, he's looking all right with that rib injury. And if the Chargers don't win this game, they are in trouble, guys. They are going to be hungry for a win, and they are going to beat the Texans.
So the Chargers are facing against a defense that's the 4th worst defense in total yards allowed.
Okay.
They are also the worst rush defense, giving up 202 yards per game.
Wow.
And that's important because the Chargers need Austin Eckler to get going. The dude only has 80 yards through 3 games and averaging 2.5 yards a carry. If he can't get going against this rush defense, sound all the alarms because all is lost with Eckler, I think. That dude has been performing terrible. He needs to get going here. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Gerald Everett. I know Herbert's dealing with that rib injury. The Houston Texans defense, they've been looking pretty damn good. And I wouldn't be surprised if this game is still going to be close because Houston has been competing with everyone so far. Yep. But where they really struggle is the fourth quarter. This team just gives it up in the fourth, man. And that's something that they're going to need to clean up on. They're still a young team. They're still learning. Dameon Pierce got going last week with 80 yards and a touchdown, but he did fumble twice. He did recover those, but he needs to work on the Butterfingers.
Yes.
Dameon Pierce is looking like he's getting going. So I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers, but don't be surprised if this one's really close in a nail biter. You might be worried, Rocha. You might be texting me sweating like, bro, my eliminator, I might lose this one.
Yeah. But as long as the Chargers hold on, that's all I care about.
All right, we're both going with the Chargers. North Carolina, where the Panthers are coming off of a dub versus the Saints, hosting the Cardinals, coming off of a loss. Rocha, what do we need to know?
So, what to know for this game, ladies and gentlemen. Rondale Moore, who has been out for the entire season so far, could make his season debut. If not, it's looking like for sure next week, Josh. Xavier Collins, one of their young linebackers who left last week with a shoulder injury, and he should be good to go. Justin Pugh is day-to-day their veteran guard, and they most likely will be without A.J. Green. On the other side of the ball, Panthers are mostly clean sheet coming into this game.
And the Panthers are 1.5 favorites here at home. Okay, all right, Carolina. But, Roach, I'm going with the Cardinals in this one. Okay. And one of the reasons why is Marquise Brown has finally gotten going. 14 receptions, 140 yards. It's a good sign that Rondale Moore is coming back.
Yep.
James Conner, he probably get more going here this week, hopefully.
I agree.
I think this could be a close game. Carolina has been competing, but I'm going to go with the Arizona Cardinals here on the road.
Okay. Yeah. I think the Cardinals are a better team. And Josh, I think by our reactions when you said that the Carolinas weren't favorite, I don't think they should be the favorite in this game. I think the Cardinals should be the favorite. They are the better team.
Well, they're talented. They're a more
true.
talented team. They just haven't really been showing it. Whereas Carolina, they've been playing really tough. They've been playing teams really tough.
That's true. Coming off that big W against the Saints. But you know what? Like you said, the more talented team are the Cardinals, and I think the more talented team will get the dub here. Look for Christian McCaffrey to have a good game against the Cardinals, but I think James Conner will get it going here coming off that injury a couple weeks ago. He's going to be really healthy going in this game. So I think the Cardinals with Hollywood Brown and potentially Rondale Moore and James Conner, Kyler Murray going to be going X-Games mode. Give me the Cardinals, Josh.
All right, there we go. To Green Bay, to Lambeau Field, where the Packers are 10-point favorites over the New England Patriots. Tell me about the Patriots injury report, man.
Yeah, so let's start it off. Obviously, we talked about it earlier. Mac Jones. Oh, brutal, Josh. All those clips. He got a severe high ankle sprain. In fact, it might be so bad, Josh, that he might have to have surgery, and that will keep him out a long time. Also, Jacoby Myers, who missed week 3, is questionable with a knee injury. And for the Packers is Jair Alexander. He left that Bucs game with a groin injury. He's questionable. We'll see how he does throughout the week.
All right. New England Patriots fans, again, I'm sorry about what happened to Mac Jones. And this is a tough spot to be in. On the road in Lambeau, going up against a team that just came off that win on the road against Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Packers have a tremendously great defense. That's going to be tough for the Patriots. If they're going to have a shot in winning this game, and it's a long shot, but get the running game going with Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson, who had a really good game last week. and try to limit the possessions for Aaron Rodgers and that offense as much as you possibly can.
Yep.
But it's going to be tough. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, I'm expecting a better game coming from last week where they kind of didn't go off very well against that Bucs defense. Not surprising, but they're back here at home. I expect them to get going. And how about Romeo Doubs, man? 8 receptions on 8 targets for 73 yards and a touchdown.
Beautiful.
Did the Packers just find their wide receiver?
They find a Devontae Adams replacement, maybe?
I ain't not going that far.
Okay, all right.
I'm going with the Packers. Too good defensively. Offensively, they'll be pretty okay. I mean, with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, I'm not going to give them too much credit. I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, if I don't feel comfortable going Chargers at the end of the week, this would be my eliminator. The Packers, Josh, I'm sorry. It's Brian Hoyer. He's like 0-9 in his last 9 starts. It's going to be 0-10. This game is going to be a blowout. Give me the Packers easily.
Sorry, Patriots fans. But I'm going to be rooting for you. I hope you beat the Packers.
That'd be funny.
It'd be great. But go on, Packers. All right, Rocha. Let's go to Vegas, the Sin City, where the Raiders are hosting the Denver Broncos. Dude, this game is going to be wild. It's going to be wacky. Because what do you make of these two teams right now? The Raiders are 0-3. We thought that they would win against the Tennessee Titans. That was a very winnable game. And the Broncos are 2-1, but you feel like they shouldn't be 2-1. That offense has been performing horribly under Russell Wilson. But I will give credit to Courtland Sutton, though. He's 5th leading wide receiver with 291 yards.
Okay.
But if it wasn't for their defense, I think they might be 0-3 themselves. How the hell did you lose to this team last week?
Oh, no, man. Our offense just played terrible. We shut down Russell Wilson, but he did Russell Wilson things to us where he just pulled stuff out of his pocket. Josh, I don't know what to expect in this game, man.
Tell me about the injury report for this one.
So for the injury report, DJ Jones, defensive tackle, is in concussion protocols. And offensive tackle Billy Turner, who missed week 3, is coached with a knee injury for the Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, as of this moment, Josh, remains in concussion protocol, who missed last game. Trayvon Morig, one of their young, talented safeties, he's coached with a hip injury. And Rocha Sin, who they traded for in the offseason, he's with a knee injury and being evaluated as we speak.
This was a tough one to call, honestly. For the Raiders, this is a must-win. I know it's week 4, but you can't afford to go 0-4 in the AFC and the AFC West, which eventually is going to start picking up.
Yep.
But you can't afford to go 0-4. They have to win this game against the Broncos. But can they do it? Derek Carr, what are we going to get from him? And are guys going to actually catch the ball? There were some touchdowns that probably should have been caught last week, right? Mm-hmm. Devontae Adams, he had 10 targets, but only caught 5 of them for 36 yards and a touchdown last week. Mac Hollins, he got 10 targets. He pulled in 8 receptions with 158 yards and a touchdown.
Wow.
Okay, so, I mean, Derek Carr can throw the rock right here. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. This team just doesn't look like they get it done when it counts the most and need to get those big-time plays. I feel like in every game, they're either letting a team come back from behind and beat them, or they're needing to make a push. They do, but they fall short, right?
Yep.
For the Denver Broncos, you look at them and go, okay, this Raiders defense, we can fucking go on this defense offensively. They're giving up 273 yards per game through the air. You would think that Russell Wilson with Courtland Sutton and Jerry Jeudy can get something going here. But are they going to do that? I don't freaking know. Like I said, if it wasn't for their defense, they'd probably be 0-3, and they have one of the worst both head coaches are not doing good right now.
Terrible.
Josh McDaniels and Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
This game's going to be wild as fuck, but who you got?
Man, Josh, this was
Who's gonna come through?
This was so tough to decide, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Raiders to pull out the first win. I just feel like they're going to make the more plays in this game. I do think we maybe see Javonte finally break out, But I think Devontae Adams and Matt Collins with Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs, I think they make a little bit more better effort, a little bit more plays. I'm not confident in saying this, Josh, but I'm going Raiders.
They need this win.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to throw up. I'm going to take the Broncos in this game.
Whoa.
I'm going to take the Broncos in this game. They're the ones showing me somewhat of a damn good defense. They have a defense. Only allowing 12 points per game right now. Mm-hmm. Vegas is giving up 25 per game. Ugh. And offensively, yeah, they're freaking talented, but they got to get going. I'm going to think that this is the game where Russell Wilson, along with those wide receivers, start making some plays and start carving up that defense, which is giving up a lot of yards per game. But we'll see what happens. You take the Raiders, I'll take the Broncos.
All right,
let's split it. Fuck it. To Sunday Night Football, and damn, this is going to be a good one. Hopefully, and we will be live streaming this one. We have Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Both teams are coming off of a loss. Both teams are going to be pissed coming into this one, looking to bounce back. This is the 6th meeting between Brady and Mahomes. Their last meeting, Rocha, Tom Brady and the Bucs defeated the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Brady has 3 wins, Mahomes 2.
Okay.
But, dude, I need to know the status of the injury report.
So, for the Chiefs, the only injury of concern is Harrison Butker, the kicker. Josh, they got rid of Matt Amendola. He was a bum last week, bro. He's questionable with ankle injury. For the Bucs, Chris Godwin has been, upgraded to questionable in this game. We'll see if he plays. He's not sure yet. Julio Jones, though, they do get him back. Obviously, they get Mike Evans back for suspension.
All right.
Donovan Smith, who did not play the last 2 weeks, their tackle, is questionable with an elbow injury.
Okay. Like I said, this is going to be a really interesting matchup. Who you got?
Man, I am looking forward to this. Yeah, Josh, hopefully it's a great game on primetime. They could be stinkers. But, ladies and gentlemen, like Josh said, they're coming off 2 losses. Both these teams are going to be hungry. Nom, 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 nom. I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to have Mahomes tie up this series with Tom Brady. I just think their offense is playing better than the Bucs offense. I know the Bucs have a great defense, Josh, but I think the Chiefs make more plays than the Bucs do, and a good high-scoring battle. Give me the Chiefs.
Yes, their offense has been performing so far better per game. But the Bucs have a better defense. Now, I will show some love to the Kansas City Chiefs defense. They've been looking pretty damn good for the most part. I don't know what happened last week, but I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams looking pissed off. Yeah, I'm going to take a pissed off Brady. I'm taking Brady. The Buccaneers, they're getting their guys, some of their guys back. That's going to be huge. This defense is absolutely relentless.
Yep.
I think Brady and the Bucs pull off a narrow victory on Sunday Night Football. So we're split on this one.
Again,
and rightfully so, because this is going to be a damn good game.
Absolutely.
So come hang out with us for Sunday Night Football. This is going to be awesome.
Can't wait.
Now to Monday Night Football, where the Rams are on the road against Rocha's San Francisco 49ers. And we'll be live streaming this game as well. Rocha, take it away.
All right, Niner faithful, let's have a talk real quick. The 49ers coming off a loss to the Denver Broncos last week. Josh, it was ugly. The defense was incredible. The special teams, the punting was incredible. But the offense was putrid. Jimmy Garoppolo, what are you doing? He pulled a Dan Orlovsky. He stepped at the back of the end zone, Josh.
The hell was that?
I don't know, man. But listen, it's the Rams coming off the win against the Cardinals. Josh, we know the Niners absolutely own the Rams besides the NFC Championship game. But listen, the 49ers offense has been terrible. The Rams offense each week has been looking better and better. Can the 49ers defense do it again? Can they hold up? For the injury report, ladies and gentlemen, the Rams, Josh, are healthy coming into this game. The Niners, yikes. Trent Williams, the best tackle in the league, is out with a high ankle sprain, just like he almost was in the NFC Championship game. And the Niners have also lost Azeez Al-Shire, 6 to 8 weeks, Josh, the same injury as Elijah Mitchell with a sprained MCL. Also, Arik Armstead's dealing with plantar fasciitis, or however you say it. He's questionable coming into this game. Josh, I'm not going to lie, man. I'm not confident. I'm not confident at all.
Okay, but who you taking?
I'm going to take the Los Angeles Rams to win this game. It hurts me to say that, but being that said, Josh, it would not shock me if the 49ers came out and won this game. They are 9-1, Josh. 9-1. When the Garoppolo and Shanahan are together, they are 9-1, coming off a loss. I think they go 9-2, but 9 and faithful. Josh, I would not be shocked if we did win this game, but I'm going Rams.
Folks, make sure you guys come and hang out with us on the Monday Night Football stream and watch Rocha absolutely just melt down because the Rams are going to win this game. The defense is too good. The offense is going to be there, and you guys just need to prove it to me offensively. I mean, we've seen it last year, but you guys got to do it this year. It's a whole new year. Jimmy G and this offense needs to start clicking. And it's a tough thing to do against the Rams, even though you guys are at home.
Yep.
I'm going to take the Rams to win this game. Sorry, Roach.
Hey, I don't blame you, bro.
But you know what? I hope you win.
Thank you. I appreciate
We
that.
streamed last week's game. You guys lost. Maybe this week you can stream a dub. Okay?
I hope.
But that does it for the Pick'em Daaa Picks for week number 4. We'll see how it all plays out. Hopefully, the Bears beat the Giants. Good luck to your 49ers, Roach. And good luck to everybody. And hopefully there's no injuries this week.
Please.
Tune in next week to see what happens. And Rocha will be wearing a duck costume.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
All right, see you guys next week. Bye-bye.